YouTube! We're back at it. I topped another Casey Cup in a row. I've been clapping recently, and this is, I guess, the proof of how good I've become recently. Um, humble as always, but yeah. Anyways, I got 25th place in this Casey Cup, which is amazing, especially considering how the tournament went. In a sense, I am a bit sad that I didn't get top 10 and that I couldn't really push for top 10. But yeah, it is what it is. 25th place is still, amazing, so I'll take it. So as you can see, this is the final ranking. A lot of familiar names, and here I am, 25th. Pretty nice, not gonna lie. So yeah, let me tell you a story how the Casey Cup went for me. So day one, I started off with playing Gouki. Why, you may ask? Well, it's fast, and also it's very simple. It doesn't take, because in the Casey Cup you have to take into consideration not only a deck that is good and better, that will get you a better win rate, but you also have to consider which decks are faster, which decks give you simpler wins, so you don't have to use your brain as much, and that's why water won the whole thing. But yeah, I started off with Gouki because it's also a nice thing to just test the waters, pun intended, to test the waters with all the different decks, to see what works, because sometimes you can have a nice surprise with a deck that you didn't think you could perform well. So I started with Gouki. I was kind of struggling, not gonna lie. I was kind of hard stuck at like 5-6k. Okay, and then I got to like 11k with only Gouki. After that I switched to Mekk Knights and I started clapping then, not gonna lie. So the first day I went up to 41k. So as you can see, this was day one. I managed to I felt like I was doing amazingly. I'm gonna showcase the list that I played afterwards, but yeah, I got to 7th place, and after this I got to 41k, but then I was winning, losing, and that's how it be in the Casey Cup. And then I had a terrible streak where I lost like 7-8 games in a row. And ultimately I fell down from 41k to 31k at my lowest. And because I was 3k difference from the first place, I really wanted to challenge. I really wanted to go for the first place. And in the end that did cost me a bit, but I'm not regretting anything, because it's about how you play for me, Like once you get top 100, like getting another one is like, it's pretty nice, don't get me wrong, especially as an achievement. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Like I really wanted to push for top 10 and hopefully maybe first place somehow. The thing is with me, I don't really have that much experience. This is my second Casey Cup where I'm kind of seriously playing. So I don't have the experience to know what it takes to get to top 10, what it takes to go for the first place, And yeah, I think the expectations were wrong, especially considering that day 2 I barely played. So day 2 I was chilling at like 35k. I barely played because I was watching a football game, and after that, and I was kind of low on sleep, so I had to take a nap. And then after that I went out with the boys. I was out drinking and having fun, and fell asleep at like 7 a.m. So yeah. Anyways, day three was like I wasn't even expecting to top, because I was at 35k, which at day 3 is like pretty low. Like you're basically below, like at the average, basically 35k. But I said fuck it, I'm a play till the rest of the night, the rest of the day 3, and hopefully I top. And yeah, a shout out to Aaron who believed in me. He said knowing Curry, he will come back from the depths of hell. And yeah, I came back from 35k I streaked. I had amazing streak to go to 56k at the end, and I saw I was like 9k away from, maybe 8 to 9k away from top 10, and I was like, maybe I should try it. And I was trying, you know, like if I wanted to just go for safe top 10, I would have stayed at like 53k. I wouldn't push it till 56. But I was like, fuck it, you know, YOLO. I don't really care too much about top 100. Like, it's nice, but I really wanted to go for top 10. And I tried. I got to 56k, but I barely won that duel. I played a nice duel, don't get me wrong, but I almost missed lethal. Actually, I did miss lethal, and I could have costed me the duel there. And I felt like my brain is just not doing what it should be doing. And yeah, there was also not that much time left. There was like 4 to 5 hours left. Top 10 felt a bit too far out of my reach, especially, like I said, my brain wasn't doing its thing anymore. So I said, fuck it. With all the ups and downs, and with barely playing day 2, and with the bad streak that I had from, you know, from going from the 7th rank back to, you know, 31k, I said, fuck it, let's take the, you know, 20 something place. And yeah, that's how my KC Cup went. In the end, I felt like I struggled more in the last KC Cup, purely based on that I was kind of an outsider in that KC Cup. I was barely playing the game before that, while as I was, you know, playing the game decently, and a decent amount in the last couple of weeks leading to the KC Cup. I also had a lot of tournament wins, a lot of tournament tops, and I felt pretty comfortable with Mekk Knight. I felt like I'm one of the better players in the world right now on Mekk Knight. So yeah, I felt like that really carried me in the day 3 to get to 56k. So yeah, I'm proud of myself. Like, don't get me wrong, 25th place, if someone told me about that before the KC Cup, I would take that gladly. And if someone told me that a couple months ago, I'd be like, you're crazy, no way I'm finishing 25th. But yeah, life turns out that way sometimes. You know, sometimes you reap the results. Like, I worked for so long and didn't get much recognition at all, and finally getting some recognition and some achievements all at once does feel amazing, you know. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, hopefully that, most importantly, that inspires you, because I do keep in mind that I'm playing for other people as well. That because me finishing, you know, highly, and me getting the results hopefully inspires you to do so as well, you know. Though, like I said, I really think I could have got top 10 if I knew what I was doing, and if I played a bit seriously the day 2, if I didn't play with a hangover day 3. So yeah, but all in all, I'm very satisfied, and hopefully, like I said, that inspires you to do the same. So I'm gonna showcase the deck lists now that I played this. I played this until 11k, like I said, Goukis. I won't go too much into detail here because I didn't play the decks like other decks beside Mekk that much. It's basically just purely, you know, playing around with them. Didn't get too much out of them, like, yeah. But yeah, this is the standard what I played. I'll probably have a video on Gouki in the future. I should have already had one, but I was pretty busy recently with a lot of stuff with life, so I couldn't make the video. But yeah, I like the switcheroo version with Cosmic Cyclone, because it lets you reshuffle one card and potentially get a card for your combo piece that you need. So yeah, this is the extra deck, pretty standard. So yeah. Okay, day 2 I played Infernoids for a bit. Yeah, that's true. I played Infernoids for a bit. It was kind of fun, not gonna lie, but I felt like it's not it. Like, if you're not really the best Infernoid player, which I'm definitely not, and if you're not, like, if you don't have much practice with it, which I definitely didn't at all, I wouldn't really recommend it, because you're gonna have to grind wins, and I feel like it's a less powerful deck. Like you will get a worse win rate than with Mekk Knights. So I had it just to try it out, especially day 2 when I felt like I have nothing to lose, you know. I was doing pretty bad that, you know, since the bad win streak. But yeah, it's a pretty much standard list. I like the Monster Gate. It's kind of pretty nice, and it was kind of pretty nice in the KC Cup. The extra deck is standard, like you want to play your Chimera and the rest of the gang. But yeah, nothing too much to talk about. And this is the list, the Mekk Knight list that got me to 7th place, day 1. I played a bit thicker version with Avram. I felt like searching Avram was pretty nice, so I tried it out. Also, I played against a lot of Goukis, so I played only one book. MST was also decent against Gouki because they have a lot of very impactful traps, and getting rid of them was pretty nice. And yeah, the rest of the deck seems pretty standard. I played one Fuse line because it works better against Gouki. It's also pretty nice against Mekk Knights. The thing is, why it's good against Gouki is because it destroys their monster, compared to Warning Point, which just negates them and then leaves the monster on the board. So it works better for that reason. While against Mekk, you can pop their monster, which, like popping blue, means that they don't get a search. Plus, compared to Warning Points, again gets rid of their monster. So yeah, I liked Fuse Line very much. I think the biggest downside, of course, it destroys a card in the same column, so you have to be very careful where you set it. You have to, that's the fun part about Mekk Knights. You have to be very careful where you set cards, and Fuse Line especially. The biggest issue is picking out the tech cards, because like you would face 5 duels in a row, maybe Goukis, and then you would face Infernoids, and you want different tech cards for both of them, and then Water would require different tech cards. So yeah, that's the struggle that I had with the bad win streak, is that I faced a lot of bad matchups like compared to my deck list, and also then I misplayed 2 duels, and yeah, altogether it ended up being pretty bad for me. But yeah, this is the list that I used anyways, day 1. I felt like Abram did very well for me, honestly. So I'm not regretting for playing that. I just think it's sometimes it's not about finding one perfect list. It's about adapting your list every couple of duels, you know. Because yeah, like I said, if I faced a lot of Goukis day 1, there's a different list, optimal list, you could say. And then if I didn't face many, and if I faced many Infernoids day 3, then there's another different optimal list, you could say. So yeah, for that reason, I felt like this was pretty nice day 1 and day 3, as I will show you right now. And finally, this is the list that I played from 35k till 56k. So the thing is, why did I decide to go with this version? So I faced a lot of Infernoids, I faced a lot of Mekk, but I wasn't really facing that much Gouki day 3, so I decided to play 3 book, because book is basically GG's against Infernoids. And I have a lot of experience with this version, 20 card version. Also shout out to Cyber, who I clapped while testing one day back in the day. We play tested Infernoids versus Mekk Knights, and I clapped him. Yeah, classic. Which resulted in me realizing, like, me being prepared for Infernoids in the KC Cup. Like I knew like this version would do so well. So yeah, I basically, after I switched to this version, I basically clapped almost every Infernoids. So to explain it a bit, I was playing 2 purple for a while now. I topped the last KC Cup with 2 purple as well. Why only 2 purple, you may ask? Well, you could say you're essentially playing a 17 card deck. A 17 card deck, because Cleric is basically, you know, a draw 1. And then you play 5 purple, basically, with 2 purple and 3 memories. and you're also playing blue, which can search you into the purple. And the thing is that I noticed while playing the tournaments recently and testing a lot is that the most games that I lost is it's because I opened too many monsters, or in other words, like multiple purples. Like I always after the duel I analyze why did I lose. Is it my misplay? Is it just pure luck or being unlucky? I analyze every duel to know exactly what's happening so I can optimize the deck further, and also so I know what mistakes should I avoid, and yeah. So yeah, in conclusion, fucking I can't speak. Sorry. In conclusion, I realized that 2 purple is actually pretty nice, and that I barely missed the third one. So third one felt, you could say, win more. Same goes for Avram. Same goes for yellow. I think this is just the best version to play. Decks, of course, depend. Like if you're facing Gouki, book isn't as great. So decks, of course, very much depend. Also, I faced a lot of water, so book is amazing against water as well. So yeah, that's also another reason why I played book. But yeah, it's very simple. Like usually against a lot of decks, you don't need many monsters. You're fine with them. With all of them, and you use them all, and yeah, you just win. Also, I liked using all the different decks because they all work amazingly in some situations. Yeah, just draw your perfect card against the perfect deck. But yeah, they all work well against Mekk Knights, while IDP Crackdown work best against Gouki. And yeah, I felt like, I don't know, it felt like it worked very well. Also, I liked having different limit trees because like opening the same ones isn't that great. Like if you open 2 compulse, it's not that great, I would say, compared to compulse and IDP, or compared to IDP plus Crackdown, and opening 2 Crackdown maybe isn't as great as opening. So yeah, that's why I liked playing one of each. This is the extra deck. So I liked going with Dueling Disciple because a lot of times I will have to swap Cleric twice in a duel. Then we have the Galaxy Engine. You can survive actually with without the Galaxy Engine, because since I'm playing only 2 purple, I basically only have like 2 purple, Indigo, and maybe somehow with IDP or Crackdown with their monster I can make the Galaxy package. And it doesn't really, I felt like I didn't really use it that much compared to like Lynx. Yeah, the 1 Morning Star is needed, of course. The Nightmare package is pretty nice. And yeah, that's the list. A monster move is, in my opinion, like if you're playing Ties That Bind, in my eyes, you're just a bad player. I don't care, I said it. Like, monster move is so goated. Even in the mirror match, even against the Mekk Knights, they will try to make you don't have a column, and monster move just just does the thing for you. It just helps you to set up the board so well. So I don't know, I feel like if you're playing Ties, I feel like you just don't see the power of monster move, like in my eyes. I'm sorry, I could be wrong, but of course the game is subjective, like what works better, what doesn't work better. But yeah, in my eyes, I feel like while testing Ties as well, monster move just is on another level, I would say. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. I will post I have a pretty nice replays from the KC Cup that I will, because I don't have much time in one video, I will post in the second video coming out these days. Hopefully hopefully before the ban list, so the deck still matters until then. Please, Konami, don't kill the deck. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully most importantly, I inspired you to achieve greatness yourself, not just in duelings but in life in general. I think that's the point of the channel. That's the point of, you know, why I play. That's a big part of it, at least. I do play for you guys to inspire, because I'm not that great of a player, I would say. I feel like I'm pretty nice, but I feel like I get carried by my love for the players and for the game. You know, I feel like that's the difference that may, like, compared to, like, I see a lot of people stopping at 53k, and they're satisfied because they're getting top 100. But the thing is that what pushes me, and sometimes that's what differentiates, nice, the average players from the top players. It's the drive that you have, and I do have that because, like I said, love for the players and love for the game, and I really want to inspire. So yeah, hopefully I did that somewhat. And yeah, anyways, see you in the next one. Bye.